Well, the UN is warning that Gaza's pregnant women are particularly at risk. Around 50,000 women in the territory are pregnant at the moment, with more than 5,000 due to give birth this month. Doctors warn that they are overwhelmed by emergency cases, which they have to prioritise. Medical facilities are under massive strain, endangering neonatal intensive care and caesarean sections. Well, Sarah Hendricks is UN Women Deputy Executive Director for Policy, and she joins us from New York. Welcome to DW. So what sort of fate awaits the more than 5,500 women who are due to give birth in Gaza this month?
Bill, thank you. We're seeing, with the drastic escalation of violence, a severe impact on the lives of women and girls, which UN Women is deeply concerned about. The 5,000 women who are due to give birth this month will face hospitals that are at an unprecedented level of devastation, not only with an overwhelming number of injuries and critical shortages of medical personnel, but also critical shortages of electricity, of fuel, of water, surgeries happening without anesthesia. Mothers about to give birth who wonder, will they and their children survive?
So are women and or children dying during birth because they don't have access to medical care?
Indeed, Phil, this is a situation across the world where maternal mortality is increased by levels of poverty, but maternal mortality and infant mortality goes up proportionate to also situations of crisis. And one that we're seeing in Gaza could not be more desperate. The escalation of violence is leaving women fundamentally facing unimaginable death, but also deprivation. It is those 5,000 women who are about to give birth, but it is also the 690,000 women that UN Women estimates are now displaced. 45% of Gaza's infrastructure and housing has been destroyed. And these women are now in overcrowded shelters, trying to take care not just of their children in situations that are unimaginable, without toilets, without water, without food, left essentially to ask themselves, will we survive yet another day?
OK, so we have emergency hospitals, as you say, overwhelmed by having to deal with emergencies. So pregnant women sort of fall down the priority list. The good news in the last day or so has been the opening of the Rafah crossing. And is pregnancy a criteria that counts towards people being allowed out of the territory that way?
To my knowledge, at this point, the focus has been on foreign passport holders, but also those who are critically injured.
Right.
Of course, we've seen with the devastation of violence, with the devastation as a result of expansion of violence and relentless bombardment, that the numbers of injured are significant. Over 21,000 people have been injured, according to latest statistics. And this, of course, adds to the number of fatalities, with nearly 70% of those killed in Gaza actually being women and children.
Right. The figures are staggering. But it's one of those situations where you sort of look at it and you think, well, aside from asking for the fighting to stop, or aside from the fighting to stop, what can anyone do about this?
It's a really important question. I think as people are sitting at home looking at their TVs, they, number one, need to stay informed. They need to lean in and be informed not just about these massive scale of numbers, but the lives of individual women. Lives like Farahat, who we've just recently spoken to. She's a mother of 3 children. She's currently sheltering in a house with 10 other families, 60 people in 100 square meters, 25 children. What she said to us is, we are waiting, wondering whether it will be our turn now to face the unthinkable. There's another woman, Amani, a mother of 4 children, who just said to us this week that the dreams and aspirations of her children are now condensed in a singular fervent plea, which is fundamentally just to survive.
Just to survive.
These are women
Right.
who are showing such high resilience as they take care of their families.
Thank
At
you for...
home, listeners can also... Sorry, please go ahead.
I was going to say thank you for talking us through those alarming statistics. We wish you well. Thanks for sparing us the time. Sarah Hendricks from UN Women.
Thank you so much.